Welcome to School of Thought. It's really simple to waste a lot of time and energy to try to deal with certain types of people. But being greatly unaware of the negative impact that they might have on us and those around them, they seem to derive satisfaction from creating chaos or just simply pushing our buttons. Toxic people create unnecessary complexity, strife, and worst of all, stress. Here are top 5 negatively toxic people you should avoid. Number 1. The victim. Victims are tough to recognize because you initially empathize with their problems, but as days, months, even years go by, you begin to realize that their time of need is all the time. Victims actively shun away any personal responsibility by making every life bump they encounter into an uncrossable mountain. They don't view tough times as opportunities or chances from which to learn from and grow. Instead, they see them as a way out. They influence and try to control other people's sympathy to gain compassion or support. Many of the times they form friendships or intimate relationships with those who disrespect, mistreat, or abuse them to convince themselves and the world of their unfortunate status. To quote the famed author Peter McWilliams, definition of a victim, a person to whom life happens. Number 2. The envious. To many of those that envy people, the grass is always greener not just on the other side, but on everyone else's side. Even when something greatly positive happens to the envious type, they don't tend to derive any satisfaction from it. It's mostly because they measure their fortune against the world's, when they should be deriving their satisfaction from within their own. And let's face it, whether it's friends, colleagues, or relatives, there's always someone out there doing better. Overly jealous individuals are usually wounded, insecure survivors of a low-nurtured childhood who are dominated at times by several well-meaning, self-centered, or shamed inner child. Spending too much time around a jealous and envious person is dangerous because they teach you to trivialize your own accomplishments and goals that you set for yourself. Number 3. The pessimist. The individual with constant tendency to believe that the future is bleak. As an example, the negative person can more readily think of ways in which an important sales call will go bad than well. It's the individual that constantly thinks that the glass is half empty. This usually happens as a result of low self-esteem. The person latches on to a negative pattern of coping with situations. The pessimist is the one who will tell you why something won't work. They will never offer any type of solution or encouragement. They can affect those around them in very negative ways due to not accepting anything positive because they have been let down so badly in their earlier years. A Notre Dame University study found that students assigned to roommates who thought negatively were more likely to develop negative thinking habits and even depression themselves. Someone who is always negative will drain your positive energy immediately. Number 4. The arrogant. Sometimes we might confuse confidence with arrogance. Confident people inspire while arrogant people intimidate and annoy. Someone with an arrogant attitude feels he or she is better than anyone around them. In a personal setting, this can be annoying, while in a professional situation, this can and will create an uncomfortable environment to be in. Arrogant people are a waste of your time because they tend to see everything you do as a personal challenge to themselves. Arrogance is false confidence, and it always masks major insecurities. A University of Akron study found that arrogance is correlated with a bucket list of problems in the workplace. Arrogant people tend to be lower performers, more disagreeable, and have more cognitive problems than the average person. Most of their behaviors are stemming from a fear of exposure. To maintain an arrogant attitude, you have to keep your guard up at all times and often resorting to bullying tactics. They may not mean to, but they shut others down and minimize others by overexerting their own opinions and positions. Number 5. The liar. To become an achieved successful individual, you have to surround yourself with other successful individuals that you can trust and count on to be there for you. Not only do compulsive liars bend the truth about large or small issues, they take comfort in it. Lying feels right to a compulsive liar. Telling the truth, on the other hand, is difficult and uncomfortable. And like any behavior which provides comfort and an escape route from discomfort, lying can become addictive and hard to stop. For the compulsive liar, lying feels safe, and this fuels the desire to lie even more, often a symptom of a much larger personality disorder, which only makes the problem more difficult to resolve due to the lack of honesty. You truly cannot trust liars. It's hard to count on them because you never know if they are telling the truth or lying. That type of uncertainty will wear you down and out in no time. Once you've recognized a toxic person, you will begin to find their behavior more predictable and easier to understand. This list should equip you to think rationally about when and where you have to put up with them and when you shouldn't. You can establish boundaries, but you'll have to do so consciously and proactively. Unless you're a professional providing certified support to fix personality issues of these certain individuals, I'd say it's better to be safe than sorry. If you let things happen naturally, you're bound to find yourself constantly trapped in difficult conversations or situations. If you set boundaries and decide when and where you will engage a difficult person, you can control much of the chaos. The only trick is to stick to your morals and keep the boundaries in place when the individual tries to push your buttons. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe.